Hello, people. My name is Calibos. The only boss. Oh, wait, what else? Have you heard? Wait, do you know that Taptap Send is live in Texas? Oh, you didn't know? We went to New York. Now we are live in Texas. So people in Texas and around, all you have to do is to download Taptap Send. Yes, Taptap Send has become the most unique, secure, and fast way of sending money across the world to your loved ones anywhere. Okay, so download Taptap Send on Google Play Store or App Store, and when you're in Texas or around, you just have to put in the code TXGH. What did I say? TXGH, and you get $10 for your first transaction you make. Mahama media, Texas, you drew very soon we'll conquer everywhere. Download Taptap Send now on Google Play and App Store. Taptap Send, it's secure, convenient, easy, and fast.
Everybody check now. Check it. Fa check it. Fa check it. Check it. The beat is real. Don't will make it kill ya. Get your green select glucometer and check it. Sugar level, check it, check it. Fa check it, check it. Fa check it, fa check it, check it, check it. Green select glucometer, check it. Fa check it, check it, check it. Put sugar level, fa check it. Fa check it, check it, check it. Fa check it, fa check it, check it, check it. Green select glucometer. Everybody check now. This advert has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Anyways, another day is here for us to do Showbiz Daily Live on Sammy Flex TV. Gentlemen are seated, and when gentlemen get seated like this, then you should know the agenda is hard. The agenda is obviously to speak showbiz language, and Sammy Flex seated, Derek Money seated, of course Roland Amate is also seated, and we are hoping for the late Abbas to be revived or to be given a new life so he can join us on the show. Yes, the late Abbas Muiz. Now, as the team is seated, we don't have to waste much time. We just have to go straight to it and start talking. Derek Money produces DL Entertainment on DLFM. He's also an event organizer, also a talent manager, and of course here he sits as one of our pundits. Roland Amate is also into events, Shatta movement, as well as Shagzy, and he runs his Roland Report same way. Behind the scenes, Digital Rasta is called Currency, who is doing our camera for us. Richie Flex is the editor director of our shows, and you know how we do it. Taptap Send, running things like nobody's business, telling you that you can send money from abroad using the app today and forever. Download the app now, Taptap Send. Beyond sending money, you can even use the wallet, that is the Taptap Send wallet, which helps you to get better rates anytime you put your money that you are about sending into the wallet. The pound and the CD rate, the wallet will surely give you some more. So do it today and let's do more. Now, whilst we are talking about money, let's start with this. We have seen various stories online from the camp of Moesha Budon, big ass Moesha Budon, and the story tells us that at the moment she is not in the best of conditions. Some are saying she's suffering from stroke, others are saying she's suffering from coma or she's in coma. In fact, so many stories up and down. But then on top of the agenda is the fact that a brother of hers is out there doing what we call fundraising in a special way. That is what they call GoFundMe, and the GoFundMe is soliciting support from the general public so they can look for some healing for the sister. As it stands now, there are so many people who are against it. Same way, there are many people who are for it. I've seen some celebrities who are supporting it. Efia Odo supporting it. Efia Schwarzenegger condemning it. Sewa Amir here supporting it. And saying Efia Nocturna is also supporting it. And I hear a certain bongo with no ideas is also condemning it. Now, not long ago, Funny Face was also in the news. He was also in a distress call, calling people that Charlie no money. He can't even see his children, baby Kimberlyn or Kindalin or whatever. He's not seen her before. Meanwhile, baby Kindalin is about 2 or 3 years old, but Funny Face says he's not seen her before because no money. Samojan went to his aid, put out his Momo number for others to contribute. Once again, so many people contributed and others also critiqued the action. Now, I'm putting this together and I want us to open a conversation. A conversation that many will run away from. But here, we have to see how best we will tackle it or handle it. The conversation is that in our showbiz space, one thing has been common, but it looks like now it is changing. What was common was that we will see some old-aged people in the showbiz space sometimes begging for some of these monies for healthcare and living. At least we still remember TT and other people. But now, looks like the young ones are begging. And I'm here asking, should this not put fear in us? Because if we see a certain old man begging, it is because maybe he's not active, no pension pay, work is not coming like before, and maybe not much was saved. Reason such an older person will come out to beg. But now, look around us. Moesha, I think in her 30s, maximum. Funny Face, maybe late 30s or in his 40s. And the story to me is alarming. Is the story changing? Are the young ones now the ones begging? What is happening? Should we be worried as an industry? And that's how I want us to start today's conversation. What do you also have to say? Derek, I don't start here now in Komowe. Me must start session because now Moesha, you moving near fence kakra of you or also if you mansion or it's Legon
oriented.
Oh, Tobo. I say you sell rented now or it's Legon.
Yeah.
Or say our Range Rover. Oh, the Range Rover white be that. No to coin holidays I can see first class na say hotels I can see. Na 2 years to see Nina san a fede or say you be patch one son. And then because and chairs are and it's not as if she's old. Please confirm Moesha's age for me for real.
In her 30s.
I know, but I want it to be sure for me. Well, should we be worried?
We should be worried.
Mm.
One thing about our job is we are always on the screens, always everywhere, and that positions us to automatically as if we are living lavishly. But before you realize, we are not. We are always everywhere, so we need to
smiling and laughing.
And we need to
March 10, she will be 33 years.
33. See.
Just imagine.
See.
When you see. And then when you look at it from that angle, you see most of the celebrities that we know, they are living lavishly, but before you enter into their palace, you don't have anything. And it's part of how we've branded the job. I always say this: so many people in the media space, they are the broke guys in the media space. Yes, like, most of the times people see us to be the wealthiest, those who have the money, but you don't know. Let's use Moesha's situation as a case study here, because when you look at the way Moesha was looking, flaunting luxurious lifestyle, everybody knows Moesha to be one of the Ghanaian ladies who is having enough of money, the lavish lifestyle, luxurious lifestyle she was living. But behind the scene, her account wasn't that huge. When you listen to or watch her interview with Christian Amapel of BBC, Amapel of BBC, I think it's BBC, CNN, sorry. She voiced out so many things. That is where you realize that Moesha was living lavishly, but based on people's wallet or pocket. Because all whatever she said in the interview simply means there were people behind the scenes sponsoring her through her activities. So one way or the other, if those people decide that we are no more sponsoring her, or better still giving her that money to live lavishly, then automatically she will come back to her normal life. And that's what is happening right now. But we need to be much concerned because we are all industry people. I've seen people criticizing, or better still not in support with the GoFundMe. No, we shouldn't go that way because we don't know what might happen to one of us along the line. In my area, Mintimi Togobe. Look at you, Major Gobe, one will be between me, TV, beans, Gobe. Now, we are now Matona Medecon, who TV soon or Togobeno. But I'm just imagine the mindset. Now, from a tipo, if you're
now, so, this time around, I want to probe. I don't know, Kobe. Why?
Now, some society in a position.
And so you accept?
Yes. Into my changing, go before for baby, into my changing location, you know.
It was a big one.
No, my son changing. Society in a position in a way said these are people who are running the game. If they are on radio, they are on TV, they are living lavishly when you see them, but they don't know what we are going through. So to me, I think with the issue of Moesha, we all know Moesha to be living lavishly, but at this juncture, we need to understand situations do happen. We were seeing TT on screens every blessed day. Taxi driver, people were watching here and there, but we later realized TT was not having anything. It boils down to the investment we make during our existence as creative people. And again, how the creative industry also positions the creatives. Because according to the NPP manifesto, the creative arts said they are going to give us what you call the creative art fund. So at the end of the day, whenever you are at a particular age, because we don't have any pension scheme that is going to survive us whenever we retire. So we live on the daily basis. The monies we got during on set, the monies we are able to package during activities, that's what we survive on.
Fact.
Yes. So whenever we have this creative art agency promise us they are going to have the creative art fund, which is going to fund creative art people whenever they are age or in their olden days, 8 days, we don't have all this. So I'll urge the creative art ministry, these are certain elements they need to put it lay down to help the creative art people, because more within the system. More Basami creative art for more on the forefront, but and this is the issue of Moesha Bono. Everybody knows Moesha to be living lavishly, but behind the scenes you don't have anything. And those people criticizing them, Obiaba we say share no was censored the especially if you're Schwarzenegger. You all know how lavishly she has been living, moving from country to country, telling us her worth, the money she has.
She's telling you what she has.
Yes, but the Nkasa Sembeba, Asembe Timiaba. Na se eba, na se beto the public domain. How are we going to treat it?
Are you doubting what she has?
I'm not doubting.
So she is prepared. Okay, I know they're good at that.
Yes, Susuka. Na send you you know. You soon subetimi sabi. So it's an advice to all the creative people. Say yakoya jumani nya kakra yempe kakra bi nsie baabi. We need to invest. Not only being creative people within the creative space, moving helter skelter, doing unnecessary things behind the scene. The little now benyano, be fire at the end of the day, you don't know the Bible to work because Moesha thought say wako club wako enjoy. And it ended up stroke. So it's an advice to all the creative people. A jumana ye no bosumi aketu bi any baby We live on the daily money earnings na yenya no. So we need to be very specific. Say I have to do this investment to survive me whenever I'm no more doing this. Was enyo no nko a. Bebre atutu bi bebre friend saying man yeah he signing no friend say that watch company akobiche ambassador. Yeah Fredamugi the same thing. You do baby so no survive and so akwa so many ways. You need there to voice out for people to come to his aid. That tells you how the creative people are really suffering within the system. And brasa me meka, we need to be worried.
Okay.
Because ebi betimi ato ye. Nti say asem na ba my when say she was living lavishly. Nti abane sa de yenya ne sa no. E was ye nyina ye konemwa. Na go fund me na ne bra na set up no. Kitwa bi enswa. You know, be on for crack ntum. At the end of the day, no so intimate survive it because when the situation now, she can't walk, she can't talk, and that is living. If you can't walk, you can't talk, you are not living. You are dead. Although a baby when you be so dear, and one thing is a stroke no basa me Arabia, e bia ne dear, e bi dear ball create me huni pebikra huni bi. Yeah. And I don't know what she's going through right now. So we need to sympathize with her. Go accordingly with what his brother is doing. Na yen nyina yen fan to work akra mum na yen fan support no. Show business na yen show and business. One thing so say we don't understand the business aspect of the show. We always showing off, forgetting that we need to do business aspect of the showing. And I think one thing that affects creative people no. Ne fefe de no na ye pe. But ne be ye this ikabeba no. Nyankopon so bowa o ma talent na o ma onimdi a obesa dia generate sika afa talent no. That is one thing the creative people in Ghana are lacking. A few of them and it mean that breakthrough, it mean strategizing, it mean breakthrough majority of them majority of the minimum amount for be grade on screen brasa mo be o debia mo tibia no mo dabrim credit. But they are always on screen, flaunting, smiling, living lavishly. One can enjoy, but I don't think they will get closer to the person to say, "Hey, so cool with you." Wow. I think we all need to come together as industry people, rally behind Moesha Budon, help him, support the initiative or the GoFundMe. Because he has contributed to the growth of Ghana. Creative arts industry,
especially the movie world.
Yes,
because she was or she is an actress. Well, we saw some tweets from people like Bongo Ideas and all, talking about all the lifestyle that Moesha lived and the fact that now she is begging. According to him, when she was enjoying, she enjoyed alone. In fact, I saw her brought out receipt of videos of Moesha in first class with whiskey dams and all. And he's asking that if you give money to Moesha, then you don't even know what you are using your money. Well, what do you also have to say?
It's unfortunate, Brasa, and to even answer your question from the question you asked from the beginning. I think yes, it looks scary. In fact, not long ago, it was actually the aged in the industry that were seen in some of these situations. But now, it is as if the abled and the youth is, in fact, the abled working force is the one doing this. And it is alarming because this is a space where people already have their own, there's that misconception about the space from different angles, which would discourage so many people from even entering into it. However, some people are also doing their best to make sure they preach the good news about how lucrative, conducive, and good the environment is. So when periodically we have some of these cases, and especially has to do with the youth, then it becomes scary. Because what are we talking about? Somebody is trying to convince his or her parents that, oh, I want to go into the creative art space. And the parent too, according to whatever knowledge they have, is telling them, Charlie, secure your future. Find something that at least to their best of knowledge can secure their world's future. And as much as you want to use certain people who are successful in the space as an example, they can also bring out some of these things just to negate whatever point you are trying to raise to convince them. And these are youth. These are people that are supposed to have strength. These are the life of the industry. It has nothing. If it were to be the agent, then we cannot actually attribute to so many things and say, oh, their lifestyle and probably the kind of line they told in the industry and whatever. We can have so many things to attribute to this situation. But however, these are able-bodied people that we feel they should be the ones holding the industry. And when we wake up and we see news articles of them being charity cases, then Charlie, we all need to wake up, sit up, like be on alert and think about our future critically. Critically, because yes, we may on a moral grounds or on a moral table, we can have all the excuses not to go to their aid. And nobody can fault you. The tall list of one that Bongo Ideas wrote as to why nobody should go to the aid of Moesha Bodo. Is he lying? If you go into details, you realize he's not lying. But then, it is not applicable to everybody. That is why somebody would trash it. Of course, whoever would also want to go to her aid has 1,001 reasons, which are also legit.
Not to do it.
Like to do it.
Okay.
And the one that would not do it would also have same 1,001 legit reasons not to do it. Because at the end of the day, this is the person that was flying first class. This is the person that, even if you approach, would say you are not my class, you are not my type. And today, you want me that is not her type to go to her aid. Anybody can use this excuse, and you can't hold the person. Because at the end of the day, when Moesha was in her prime, even if that person, because he or she is unknown, would want to go close to Moesha, he will be stopped. He will be stopped. So that's the situation. But then, for the people who are campaigning for people to go to her aid, well, if you can, that's what I would say, because this is based on the moral grounds. And I always say the art of giving is an art, and it is not everybody who is an artist.
Yeah.
So unless you have that art in you, you can't do it.
Yeah.
So if you feel or you are attached to do it, regardless of whatever anybody is saying or giving you reasons as to why you shouldn't go to their aid, if you are indeed touched and you want to do it, you can do it. This is a human being we have. But on a larger scale, on like in the industry, I think it is about time we set up. We know that unlike other institutions, other sectors who have the likes of SNET, certain insurance covers and all that, in fact, our space has nothing covering it. And it is God for us or each one for himself.
So, yeah.
That is how our space is designed. So me, I would wish that as some of these cases begin to spring up, there will be certain entities that would like to take advantage of some of these things to make certain campaigns in order to get. In fact, some people are in the space and they don't even know or understand the need for them to even have insurance. Some people are there and they think, oh, SNET is just for government workers. Some people are there and they think, oh, to insure yourself or to insure your property has to do with vehicle and other properties. That's what they think it should. So even if you would want to, you tell somebody, oh, this event that you are going to do, there is the need for you to have an event insurance. They don't even see the need, much less on one kasana in a nation. No, you understand. So if at least when some of these cases spring up, the bigger picture is for us to learn. It's for us to know that it is God for us all and each one for himself. And if it is each one for himself, what are you doing for yourself to secure a future? Some people would want to invest in other areas, so when this space crumbling on them, they will fall on that. That is also on the side. Some people would say, so if you know, say, how then do you ensure yourself to the extent that you even secure your future, because the way our income ni flow, we all know it doesn't flow like that. It's seasonal. There's the dry season and there's the wet season.
Fact.
So how do you secure yourself in the dry season when the wet season is coming? Woto. That is what we should learn. That is what we should preach. Not to come and say, oh, don't go to her aid. Don't go to her aid, go to her aid. No. It is up to the individuals who have the capacity to know it to decide. In fact, your word doesn't even matter to them. Anybody that will go to Moesha Budon's aid will not base that decision on whether your friend say if you are not tenor said it or whoever said it, or say why me here said it. No, they will not base their decision on that. They will just do it because they attach the move to do it. And anybody that will not do it will not do it, regardless of whatever sermons you preach to them. But let's rather focus as an industry to preach to ourselves, to know that there is the need for us to secure our future or ensure our future, regardless of the little that we are even getting in the space.
Wow, very well said. And I think everything that they have said, I kind of agree with them. The good and the bad, and the fact that the story is changing from the old to the young or the youthful talent in our industry. That is a big worry, and as an industry, we should all find ways to overcome them. Now, in our next story, still on creatives and our attitude and our behavior, Kelvyn Boy seems to be in the news. Now, somewhere last year, Kelvyn Boy was on an interview platform on Hits FM where he said to him where he's got into in life if he does not smoke. And the smoking, we are talking about weed and other things. If he does not smoke, he doesn't even feel fine. If he wakes up and one day he does not smoke, puff, boop, 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 he doesn't feel fine. Fast forward, 2024 January, he tweeted that I have stopped or I've quit smoking, and it has also become a conversation. Now, I want to look at this from a different point of view. Whether he has quit smoking or he wants to smoke to be fine, it is a different conversation. Now, my main cause is, and we are all guilty, maybe, should media people be concerned about artists smoking and not smoking? Because I look around, all the top artists in the world, all over, one thing is synonymous with them. They all smoke. Like, mention who? Mention, like me, who the money ding? Like me, who the money ding? Everybody. So, knowing this, and as people who have knowledge on how this industry operates, should we still be asking questions about artists smoking and do you smoke? Should those questions still be relevant to us? Derek, let me start with you because you are a producer, and I know one day when an artist comes to your show. So this is Kelvyn Boy. And Richie, do you want us to listen to the tape? Yeah. Well, he said we should listen to the tape. Okay, let's listen to the tape and see how it goes.
I feel like this thing we do, me, is my life. It's a lifestyle, it's my career. This is the only thing I know how to do. So my lifestyle. I feel like this thing we do, me, is my life. It's a lifestyle, it's my career. This is the only thing I know how to do. So my lifestyle. Say, my babu moon se me for be home by betting it me better than discussing. I can't hide it. You get me? So for real, I had smoke.
And the feedback, don't you think it will affect you in any way?
I don't see good feedback again. I don't read comments again anymore.
You don't read comments again?
I don't care actually.
Okay.
You see the way people they think say if you smoke you go mad. Me, if I don't smoke I go mad.
If you don't smoke, you go mad.
Yeah, so smoking in my own that.
Oh, okay.
For real.
What are you talking about?
Like I like to smoke.
Okay, but if you would like to smoke, can it be away from the public, where yours is like almost every? I mean, throughout your travels, almost every video I saw you were smoking, and I was like, Kelvyn, come on, we love you.
Okay, I was smoking.
And people look up to you. They're watching you
because every time I'm smoking.
Why? Is it something you must pride yourself with, that every time I'm smoking?
That's what calms me down.
Yes, but must you show it to us that every time you're...
I don't have to show you. You try, you get to see it.
Because I love you. I'm following you. You don't follow me. I do.
Yes, I've learnt a lot from Bob Marley. But he used to have it one in same day.
Bob Marley wasn't smoking every time we saw him.
I'm smoking every time. So if you see me and you do a selfie or you take me a picture from the back or you probably see the smoke.
These are pictures that you have posted.
Yes, I see it in it and I ignore it because that's me. Yeah, I can't fake it. I don't fake it. That be me and people like me for that because I be real. I don't go.
Well, so this was an interview with Andy Dusty on Hits FM some months ago, because it was just last year, and as it stands now, he put out another tweet saying, "I have quit smoking," and I know it has become another conversation online. Kelvyn Boy does not even understand why his decisions and lifestyle should generate conversations like that. But away from that, like I'm saying, whether he smokes or he doesn't smoke, those things, let's put it aside. Now I'm asking this question: should media people really be probing into these questions, like how the Dusty was doing it? And why are you smoking to the camera? Do it, like should we be interested in that? The late Abbas is finally revived. He's awake now, so we can make him behave like a human being now. Abbas, should we be interested in artists and especially smoking? Like me might be that me crave might be artist be that, but me sure to see a pan there. Because it be that the onyai. Awas, Kasai.
Salamu alaikum.
Malaikum salam.
First of all, Sparrow, or your nyum tuni or tronyum, or nyum nyansa.
Who is your guy?
Sparrow. He doesn't
not
smoke.
Only me for life.
He doesn't smoke.
I say that's it for life. You be my G for life.
He's a Christian. He doesn't smoke. So he's not everybody.
Because you heard him say it.
No, it's his lifestyle.
Oh, Abbas, take your time. Take your time.
Yes,
take your time. How well do you know the Sparrow guy?
If I don't know him at all, I know him through a couple of industry friends who are
good. No, good. So I want you. What I want you to confirm is that this he doesn't smoke. He heard it from people.
No, it's shown. It's like I heard it from himself.
Exactly.
And from other people.
He heard it from himself and he heard it from people.
Yes.
In Ghana, we've heard some artists who have also said, "Me, I don't smoke." Later, we've seen them holding fire.
Yeah. But I think for the better words, I can hold brief for Spiral.
Okay.
And that's
that's
for
allowed.
now.
That's allowed.
I can hold brief for Kelvyn Boy. I'm just praying to God.
If he can hold brief for him for doing what?
For him saying that he's not smoking anymore. And we pray that he doesn't smoke anymore. But Brasami, it should be the concern of the media that the public figure, not just only musicians, doesn't become a negative influence on the followers and also a damage to their own life. God forbid. You are talking about Moesha Bodon and her life and how it has returned. And other people are using a lifestyle to draw the attention of Ajia Bintu, because the script is so clear. It's on the same lane. We won't all wish for it to end in that same direction.
I disagree. The fact that it has happened to Moesha doesn't mean to happen to Ajia Bintu.
It's a common script.
Come here, small. Looks like
we are not saying it's going to end up like that.
Good.
But when you look at the movie, that is the direction that is heading to. It's either the actors and the director of that movie change the plot, or it will end up the same plot.
It will not happen to her like
so that. We pray so. Because if it doesn't happen such, we are all happy. If it happens like that, go for it.
I don't know what she's doing.
And so people like Bongo Ideas will say, she doesn't deserve her. Why should you have all the luxury, enjoy all the life, and now you deserve our pity? In Bongo Ideas comments, there's 1,000 brains and 1,000 mouths who are hypocrite and can't voice it out. So whoever is the media is the fourth arm or the fourth power of this nation. And in any dispensation, the media, the journalists, people who have platform, like where we are now, millions of people are listening to us, and millions are going to us.
Yeah.
Now the internet store this thing forever. So what harm will it do to you, the journalist, to you, the panelist, to just conscientize your brother, your sister, one, for themselves, two, for others? Because me may be strong not to follow the footsteps of whoever I like their music, but somebody may not be strong enough that they want to follow the footsteps of such a person. Will you want such a person who is your family, the kind of drug addict I've come to terms with, or I've come to in contact with in life and where I grew up? I swear to you, I don't wish my worst enemy to become a drug addict, to become on any form of drug, even the common of it, which is shisha, which is sundu.
What is sundu?
Snuff. You get it? And petty.
Derek Money used to do that. Man.
Petty things.
No, you. But there was someone who was.
When that 5 you go hammer.
Okay. That's a no BAD. No BAD among us, huh? Why? I said no. Okay, I'll ask
you. Obi biara otna platform bia so obi biara okasa onya amodi owo anu automatic kasa no I was say onto me bisa sa questions no I was say yes I was say on concern
yem bisa
yes bless me
o bisa na eden
bisa say any parent person on jaya fine any parent person be jaya fine why you say there and say o catch you obi say identity na wo call bibia yeah, two line I will preach your more. Now catch up someone judgment.
Do you believe that you have a certain habit that is not good?
Yes, I know.
A certain habit.
Yes.
I'm not interested.
Yes.
Why should you come in and ask you, Abbas? So why have you been urinating on the road all the time? Why? Why should I ask you that?
The reason why you need to ask me is that you need to constantly conscientize me. If there's no need for that, then there's no need for Bible, Quran, church, mosques, and so forth. Because the moment you're refia you're born in ana nyama you say obi to me she onum cigarette onum we onum nyama like onum say hamono like anybody meaning obi or betting says yeah I'm convincing the person with all my might and everything, but the person is telling me I know he's very very wrong. I'm trying my possible best to stop. Betting. Oh, Betty be beer. That's how we him say crown. I bet me Betty say we born 20 times.
And you are telling him to stop. He's not stopping. I'm telling
him to stop. He's telling me that he wants to stop, but he can't stop. So it is also within my will to continue to give him a reminder. One way or the other, who knows? See, one day will come like Kelvyn, but who say can't live without smoke and say want to stop.
So to you think that the media people should be asking?
Yes, they should constantly.
Okay, sorry. Thank you, Abbas. Though he came in late, he's brought some fire. Abbas is from Elevate GH, an event person, marketing person, and of course, one of my pundits here on Sammy Flex TV, Showbiz Daily. Yes, Derek, you are a journalist. You are a producer of a radio show. Is this a question you will be pushing your host to be asking talent who come on the show? Do you smoke weed? Do you smoke weed?
Well, I think it's one of the unnecessary questions a presenter or a host you can ask. Because one, every person has a private life. And again, that is the personal choice. The media will only be concerned when you are not delivering the course. That's where the media will be concerned. Or Comfort Kwade was giving us hits back to back, but he was smoking. We later realized that he was not delivering well. He was not giving us hits back to back. That is where the media came in and they started asking questions in smoking. Rasuku smokes, but he's delivering. So if you ask him, he will tell you, I smoke to sing. I smoke to write my lyrics. That's what I'm saying. It's his personal lifestyle. The media will only come in when you are not delivering the cause. We all have so many artists who smokes, especially when they are going to perform, and it gives them the energy and the elegy to give you the performance you are expecting. At the end of the day, you applaud him for his performance, but you don't know where he got the energy. To him, why fine, but deliver more, you are okay. Best start every son of questions from that is where you come in. But the personal lifestyle is a personal lifestyle. Let me divert more from entertainment to sports. There was this player called Dimitar Berbatov at Manchester United, way back Alex Ferguson time. He's a smoker, or to Papa, club, from the pit straight to club. Alex Ferguson was put a. We have seen Berbatov smoking. He told them it's his personal lifestyle. In as much as he come on the pitch and deliver, I don't have any problem. And that question nailed it. And Berbatov was giving him the result he was looking for. Period.
But he was
a serious smoker.
A chain smoker.
Serious. But he gives the results the coach is expecting. So it's like the media and the artist. If the artist is giving out the results, giving it hit back to back, that's his or her personal lifestyle. It's none of your business. Because we don't know what you are doing behind the scenes. So smoking within the media space or within around artists, it's a norm. It's a normal thing. We started the conversation like so many artists we know worldwide, smokers. Bob Marley, a serious smoker. But he gave us the hits we were looking for back to back.
Thought-provoking lyrics.
Exactly.
Because he smokes.
Yes.
No, not because he smokes.
Consciously.
Despite the fact that he smokes, he was still giving us deep songs.
So
Exactly.
You shouldn't make it like it's normal when you smoke, then you have.
No,
that's not what I said.
I'm not saying it's normal. No, that's what I'm saying. It's normal.
Yeah, that's not.
But whilst you are questioning him, understand that that smoking is giving him something you don't know. And to me, to ask him that question in the public domain, any artist, he can decide to answer you or not. Because in a private lifestyle, I've had so many instances, artists need by interviewer. For instance, recently, we hosted Ricardo. The manager called me and said, Derek, I want you to put all the muzzles on the latest song, Enter, featuring Kwame Yuji. No question. Same thing applies to Efia Nocturnal. The manager called me and said, Derek, don't go to Efia's personal lifestyle. Focus on the songs and the EP released. Yes. He called me, and that was supposed to be my focus, not anything else. Because as a journalist, as a presenter, you are projecting his works or his or her works, but not his personal lifestyle. That is supposed to be the focus. And we went there exactly what he said. And at the end of the day, we achieved the results. So to me, the media, artist smoking shouldn't be much of our concern. Because we don't know what we shows and maybe a partner. You say Yama. Obia one ye, Obia woni sinto. Ayeto. Inte kobane sana emfa oni pane pop private lifestyle emma the public domain. But for the issue of Kelvyn boy, you using it as a case study. There was a time he came on Instagram, came to smoke and go. Yeah, me live. Yeah. He came to smoke and go. Yes. And nobody sana, you are putting some perception in the minds of people. They will question you. As we send you a makwakote se raskuku etisaman promotion. And so send you a social media so I was it. Brasco what the men am koto no. I am an intimasem. But where the while they are better public domain. And no tina a banisana, bema as a presenter baby south that question. So I'll urge or I'll beg Kelvyn boy. Or when the carrier now they start me and say they huni. That is the reason why so many questions are coming from there. You say they huni carrier.
What do you mean by say they huni carrier?
Say oh cool. Say oh,
what do you mean? What is so cool?
I mean, he's not giving.
Have you given him a state that he couldn't perform?
No, but he's not giving us. We all know Kelvyn boy, but how we know Kelvyn boy, we not see him how he's supposed to be right now. How? That's I mean, he's not giving us the hit.
Oh, I was waiting for you to come there.
Yes.
What do you mean by he's not giving
us the hit? We don't know whether he's still a musician.
Why? Does he have to give you a hit every day? Does he have to give you a hit every day?
As a musician, you have a fan base. And
please.
So responsibility.
Have you finished dancing to all his songs?
That's I mean. And when the songs are away from him, they say "Yanti
What are you talking about?
That's I mean, no.
Stop here. He's not giving us a hit. There is nothing like artists not giving you a hit song. But the artists have given you songs.
He's performing them, but you expect more from him, and you're not getting it. Ebanisana, your fan base will cry. Aside your fan base crying, they will demand more from you. You lose your fan base.
Are you part of his fan base?
I'm part of his fan base.
Are you crying?
I'm crying.
So you are not listening to him.
I'm listening to him. The old songs now I'm enjoy because he's no more.
Old songs.
He has a new song.
No. I had times to you artist ne kasa na say you trust ne advice o ma. Mama yen ko direct. Ma yen branch. Listen and private life. Ono onim ne nti o so. Ana say onim say yema ni si no so. Onim say nya akojai. Onim say nya akojai. It is personal lifestyle. As I said earlier on, we only question you when we see that you are supposed to give us hits, but you are not giving us, and your concentration is on the smoke. Because I make a time and I experience so comfort kwade no sepa, but not boy and my dry made ya mempina, you know the sun. But you realize to say now you may be a whole dive deep into it. You say no, guy, and I say you know na hanadi winning a hanadi. So with the issue of Kelvyn boy, he needs to study the system very well. If the smoking is not helping him, if it's helping him, he should concentrate because he has lost focus. He's no more concentrating when it comes to music or musically. He has lost focus. And the Bema will be beside that question because musically you've lost focus because we know what Kelvyn boy is capable of doing when it comes to music, and we are no more delivering the way we know you to be delivering. There will be so many instances that people be asking questions, and then it will bad down to say you are smoking. So now you've totally lost focus. Brasame, as a presenter or a host, asking an artist a personal question. Let me give this scenario again, or better to highlight this scenario.
Okay.
There was a time Nana Rumi asked when he are you having an affair with Bullet? When he told him, can we go straight to move on to what the reason why I'm here. Narumi Asanko. You see, you want to enter into a personal lifestyle, and you're not into a studio. Focus on the purpose into a studio as a host. That is where you get the results you are looking for. The personal lifestyle, you need the management assembly. And the baby. It is the management. Are you okay with no you to keep quiet? Let's go. But a company say as a host or a presenter, you keep on asking questions based on the person's personal lifestyle. No, because you are not ready for me. You are ready to know my lifestyle, but you're not ready to project my career. A company say the same. So Kelvyn boy needs to be focused. He's no more focusing on his musical career. That is the reason why to be a baby son is such unnecessary question. To me, the question that the Dossi asked is unnecessary.
Well, it was not the Dossi who asked first. It was Martinez. Yeah, question Martinez.
So Martinez combining with Andy Dusty asked unnecessary questions. That is how I'll put it.
They were spreading fire. Well, that is Derek Money's opinion as well. Ro, let's get yours on whether media people, journalists should be asking artists, do you smoke weed? Do you smoke? Do you drink alcohol? Today, I hear Nana Romeo has asked Birana, do you have a girlfriend?
That's what I mean. The question is there.
Was it
Number one question is
Now you see, the question
Oh, you guys have not seen it there. Okay.
Let's not debunk all of them and call them useless questions. Me, I think they are all legit questions. If you ask me, it will depend on certain factors. How the question is being asked, in what context, what is the person trying to achieve, as in the bigger picture by asking these questions. This will determine whether the question is useless or not.
Okay.
But generally, if we would want to gag journalists and say this question is useless, that question is not is then we shouldn't ask any other question again. Because the songs, if it is about the person's songs, which is why the person is there, the songs are out there. That information is out there. So if I still want to ask you a question, then why am I asking you? It is better I will just cut the interview and say, woo. But you see, the people at the forefront, it is not only with what they do that makes them idol. The idols that people see them to be. Their lifestyle is part of it. Their lifestyle is part of it. The career path that they've chosen, their lifestyle is definitely part of it. Let's not take it out. So if a journalist would want to ask you questions based on your personal and even your general lifestyle, he has every right to do it. It will be dependent on the context in which he is asking, what he is hoping to achieve, and even how you also answer the question that he's asked. That will determine it. So if at that moment you realize that, okay, the context in which he is asking the question has nothing to do with the conversation that we are having currently, you have every right to say, let's move on to a different topic.
A different business.
That's it. But if you come and on the topic, the broader topic has to do with entertainment and addiction, and you tell me I don't have every right to ask you whether you smoke. Smoking, we have addicted smokers in the space. So if I ask you if you smoke, it is a legit question because it is in connection with the topic that we are discussing, which is addiction in the space. And smoking is one of them. Drinking.
But Roland, you would also agree with me that most of the times that is not the topic.
Exactly. They are not pundits. They are there to promote their
most of the time that's not the topic.
Exactly.
Most of the time.
They are there to protect their.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I said that. So if you are being asked these questions and you realize that, Charlie, the person did not call you to tell you, oh, we are discussing addiction in the space or addiction in your field. Not on the side question way back. You have every right to debunk the question and move on to the next one. That's what I mean. So in that approach, you render his question useless. That's what I'm saying. So Kelvyn boy have every right, just like.
So in that instance, the host asked useless question.
The host did not ask. You made this question.
You say you can render the question useless.
The question there, it will come. But you.
So you rendering it useless means he asked a useless question.
But somebody.
If you render,
then the question is a useless question.
See, somebody
automatically.
But somebody can ask the same question to a different person, and the person will give it a different answer that will make that question very legit question. It's in a different context too. That's why I'm saying let's not take the context out. If out of the blue we are talking about track 4 on your EP, and I come and ask you, do you smoke? And it has nothing, in fact, nothing about the song talks about smoking. Then you have every right to render my question useless. But if I tell you that, in this song, I say, Intina me sorry no pana mi shiwi. Do you smoke? The song is saying it. So if I ask you in that context, I am not far from what we are discussing. It is in line.
Okay.
You get it? But if your song, we are discussing about your song, and your song says nothing about smoking, now me maybe say about smoking, and then you can tell me, bro, question I will be saying here, it has nothing to do with what we are discussing. You render my question useless. But if the song is talking about smoking, now maybe say bass, your song says, sorry, I'm not power shiwi. Do you smoke? It's a legit question because somebody out there is listening to your song because you are an idol to the person, you said in your song that when you wake up in the morning, you smoke. The person can also, based on that, to smoke. Music is spiritual. And we know how people consume music. You can't determine how people should consume the things you do or the things you say. There are certain people, when you tell them sleep, they will sleep without asking you why you are saying they should sleep. It is there. That is why, even as the media, we owe to the general public some of these questions. Me, I won't fault anybody who would want to throw in some of these questions periodically. You know why? Because at the end of the day, it will serve as education to some people. There are certain things that we say on screens like this, but we don't practice them. There are certain things musicians say in their songs. They don't do them. They don't practice. So if it is in that context, but if you call Comfort Father to ask, are you married? And he says yes. Do you have a girlfriend? He can tell you no. But he has said you understand? But he is not practicing it. So if it is in that personal context, the journalist has every right, because at the end of the day, to serve as education to some people. But for Kelvyn boy to say that when he came to tweet that he said he is quit smoking, that was when friend said Snoop Dogg said he is quit smoking, and he said he is going to. So for Kelvyn boy say he is quit smoking, no, me I don't believe. Oh yes, I don't believe. I can bet my last coin on it. I don't believe. I don't believe. And you see, the revelation that he gave, he's told his truth. Whoever would want to insult him can insult him for all they can. And it will not affect him in any way.
Okay. Unless
your insult is bringing help to him. And does he need the help? He's not called for help. So let's not hold. And so why do you smoke? Why do you do this? Why do you do that? Why do you do this? No, it is not necessary. Unless we are seeing what he is doing as a danger to somebody or to the public, then we can render a different approach to it. Or maybe suggest, say, oh, instead of smoking online, why don't you do A, B, C, D? Even that one self. We have to justify beyond every reasonable doubt for it to make sense as to why they can't even smoke on screen. The effect of it. With statistics, good data. Not just come on your sit on your moral high horse and come and say, oh, when you smoke on screen, it is not good. Says who? Says who now you TV now you internet. Or because you are coming from a different moral background or a different religious belief. No. If we would want to advise them to quit certain habits, to stop certain things that they are doing, we should give them tangible reasons beyond our moral horses, and that will make sense. So for your question as to whether in this modern day and age journalists should be asking such questions, me, I won't fault anybody if it is in a good context. Why not?
Well, thank you so much. Solid analysis and information delivery from my panel members, and I'm also picking cues from it same way. Now, as industry people, issues of sponsorship is our concern. And as I talk to you, our major award scheme seems to be having information about sponsorship, which is different from what we have known. We have known Vodafone Ghana Music Awards, but as it stands now, the PRO, the spokesperson of Shatta House, Robert Clark, tells us there is going to be a different sponsor. And I'm asking that as an industry, how should we welcome the new sponsor so they would be happy to continue sponsoring the event? I can tell you that if Ghana Music Awards loses its major sponsor, we are not going to have the awards in the next few years to come. We know 3 music awards is not happening, not because the people to organize it are not there, not because the space to do the awards is not there, but because of a major sponsor for the awards event. Vodafone Ghana Music Awards, which started with MTN, now Vodafone, their spokesperson is saying there is going to be a new sponsor. The new sponsor does not know our history. He might have heard 1 or 2, but he does not know. how should we as an industry all welcome the new sponsor so they can say, our welcome was good. Come and let's sign. In the next 10, 15, 20 years to come, I'm still going to sponsor you. How are we going to do that? There's a story we can read briefly, and I come back and I ask opinions. Where ye ubia opinion? How are we going to ask? How are we going to welcome them? That's the question I'll be asking my people on this topic. It reads, new sponsor for Ghana Music Awards to be announced soon. And that's Robert Clark, PRO, talking. It says, the public relations officer of Shatta House, the organizers of the Ghana Music Awards, Robert Clark, has said that a new title sponsor for the annual award scheme will be unveiled soon. According to him, the current sponsor, Vodafone, is undergoing a transition and the name change will affect the branding of the awards. He made these remarks on Daybreak Hit Show on Hit FM on February 1st, where he explained why the official flyers of the upcoming awards did not include the name Vodafone. He said that the contract with Vodafone had a time limit and that they were close to reaching it. He added that they could only use the name Ghana Music Awards until the new sponsor is announced. The name Vodafone has a time frame. You can only use it up to a point, and we are almost at that particular point. So what it means is that you cannot use the name. So there is supposed to be a new name that we will eventually use, and we will announce that. We have an official sponsor, just that there is a transition happening. So basically, we can only put flyers out there as Ghana Music Awards. We will announce the sponsor once everything is complete, he said. While the official sponsor of the award scheme is yet to be announced, many have speculated that the new sponsor will be Telecel, an Africa-focused telecommunication company that acquired 70% majority shares in Vodafone Ghana in February 2023. Meanwhile, Shatta House has opened nominations for the 25th Ghana Music Awards, which will honor Ghanaian musicians who released works in 2023. The nominations are open until February 29, 2024. The award, sponsored by Vodafone, is an annual music awards event established in 1999 to primarily celebrate the outstanding contributions of Ghanaian musicians to the growth and expansion of the music industry. Artists such as Daddy Lumba, Sarkodie, and Dinah Hamilton have been beneficiaries. Well, they have selected the artists very well. Artists such as Daddy Lumba, Shatta, Stoneboy, Samini, and co. They have all been beneficiaries of the scheme. How should we welcome the new, yet to be mentioned sponsor so they will stay for long? Because once again, I'm trumpeting the danger. If Ghana Music Awards loses its major sponsor, event, yebejai. I'm better try bi baako. I'm better try bi mienu. I'm better try bi miensa. I'm share fina miana. Fourth and fifth I'm better after all my 3 music awards. Say last I'm kazan babe. Bizamu share fin I didn't even in the jai. Ro, you have been doing events. How should we welcome the new sponsor?
I also got a little scared when I heard about this particular transitioning. In fact, in the Bible, there is a certain portion that says there came a Pharaoh who knew not Joseph. You know,
the new Pharaoh.
Yes, when Joseph left his father's house and went to Egypt to serve the Pharaoh liked him, made him a prime minister and all that. But along the line, when the famine was about to hit, there came a new Pharaoh who didn't know about who Joseph even was. And that is the story, how I felt when I heard about this particular transition. In the sense that this is a new management kind of. It may be the same management, just that probably majority shares is now on a different camp. And we know new master can come with new directions, and what they think would make their company work are the policies that they are going to bring.
Exactly.
So when you look at the pros and cons of this particular transition, you would understand why some of us would be scared. And especially when in our space, sponsorship is one of the cocaine sectors in the space. It is one of the conversations that everybody wants to, but nobody wants to have that particular conversation because it is a difficult one. Now, your question is, how do we receive them?
Yeah.
In our space, I think majority of the responsibility is not on the fans, or it's not on we the outsiders. As an industry, we can only throw in suggestions, recommendations, and things that we think would make the scheme stand. But the major responsibility lies on the organizers themselves. How transparent are they with their dealings? In terms of organization and delivery, I think they have enough track record. They have a very rich portfolio in order to convince their new pharaohs that they indeed deserve the continuous sponsorship, or they deserve why the new pharaoh should continue with their sponsorship. I think they have a very rich portfolio. This would be the 25th edition, and for 25 years, over 2 decades and a half, I think you have done enough. Now it has to do with your business sense. Somewhere last year when we were having a similar conversation, I said that this industry has thrived or has lived on show for a long time, especially in the event sector. We have always lived the show lifestyle for a long time, to the extent that when you check the number of people who are doing business, and when I say business, it has to do with we are done with the show, this is your cut, this is my cut in terms of profit. We won't even get about 2% of it. I tell you, it is that sad. Let's check the major events that we have in this country. The people who have take homes are just small. Say a real event. They be a big event to be at the Obika. So the industry has lived on a show for a long time. So it is about time we start thinking that aside the show, how do we make the business pop? That is our problem. And I believe if the organizers are able to hit this particular or check this particular box, even if it is breaking even or maximizing the profits that they've been making a bit, this marriage would continue for another 2 decades, if you ask me. This is the first time that a new management is coming on board. Like other speculations, I also think it may be Telecel. But then, if it is indeed them, and it is not a different company, if it is a different company, then I see that is when your fear of the 2-3 years time we might not have the event again. I would second you, but because it is Telecel, I think it would not take them much to convince them. Where they should hit more is the profit making of this particular side. That is why I believe they should hit more. If they are able to hit more, because every businessman is looking at profit. Fact. Yes, they want publicity, they want everything. But then, if you are able to tell them that, oh, bring 2 CD, and at the end of the day, I will give you 3 CD, 50 pesos. The next one, you don't need to even pick a phone and call him. He himself would call you and ask you, hey, Charlie, are we not doing it again? And that is how business can grow. So yes, some of us, we are scared, but we would want to be optimistic about the new marriage coming forth and encourage the brothers, which is the organizers of the scheme, to start being more creative. directing it towards the business and profit making side. That is the only way they can sustain this new marriage coming forth into another decade.
Okay, Abbas, you have also been doing events. Let me pick your opinion from here.
It is scary. It is scary because if I look at everything, it looks like Vodafone is the lifeline. It's the blood that is pumping the whole thing.
And it is red too.
I just pray and believe that, and for all the basics I've read, it points to telecell. And if it telecell, then it will not take much. It will take your records. Because definitely if I'm buying a new company, I don't want to buy its liability. Its liability will be the first angles I want to drop.
Okay.
And I also want to come into a space where I want to understand the space by focusing on my primary business. And by doing primary business, I take loose of a lot of marketing, because definitely agencies will change. I'm sure by now people have already started lobbying to the new agencies, management and all those stuff. God forbid that another agency who is another co-agency to Shatta is what is picked by the new company. And now because they also want to check the book from behind. Because if it's business as regular, then the people already know the ropes and they played it the way it is supposed to be. And sorry to say though, but it may also be an opportunity for other people. Maybe this is also an opportunity for 3 Music to also pitch. Yes, it may be a doom day for one, but it may be a light to another. Because if the other is not coming with books, and they feel like, okay, the other will give us more advantageous, as my brother said, look, if you go to them and tell them, Charlie, bring 1 CD, we can make it 3 CDs or 2 CDs or 1 CD 50 pesos, and there's a chance of getting publicity, whatever. Sorry to say, I've been at both ends, so you may come telling me a lot of story, I'll give you publicity, I'll give you this. Then I look at the money I'm giving to you. Okay, if I bring that money direct to Sammy Flex, I share it to this radio, TV station, blah blah, will I still get the publicity and more? Because I could actually come and do promotion to sell my product, to do a couple of things. What at all are you bringing on board? So first of all, for such event that has taken 2 decades and a half, definitely, if I'm the guy who is in charge of big business and brands, what I'll ask first of all is your records. 2, I'll lay off everybody that have connection with you, because I want to see the people, especially if I'm outside this terrain and I have in mind the way Africans play their game, a lot of corruption in their dealings, a lot of improper accounting and auditing in their settings. I want to lay off all the guards and say, come to me the way you come, and let's see. So I may do, because it's a transition, maybe the right has not yet over, but there's change of names, there's property changes and so forth, and that requires new printing, new letterheads, new a lot of things, new adverts, new logo, and those things cost money. Before I start business with you, you are even bringing me bills. And if those bills are not part of my primary aim now, why shouldn't I drop you? What at all, please let me just ask, what at all do Ghana Music Award gives Vodafone that is so unique that we can say that, Charlie, if telecell does or do away with them, it will affect them? That is where we should start from.
Okay.
Where you are seated right now, I'm not concluding for anybody, but you that you are watching me, and we that we are in this studio, ask yourself that. You go to Ghana Music Awards, it happens annually. It runs like about 3 or 4 months for its
the noise,
the pre and post, whatever, all the town festivals. What, apart from the publicity, the what do we call it? Publicity now. And the life activation.
But the people who do voting today vote via only.
Yeah, so I'm saying
only Vodafone, right?
No, he's asking a question.
So
like,
No, but hold up. So I'm also adding that the voting also adds.
Yes,
Because
yes.
the voting on Vodafone Ghana Music is only via Vodafone.
Yes.
They don't use other networks to vote,
and it
innit?
gives them also another
Yeah.
advantage. So
if those things are there and they give advantage, we line it up. Then they need to look for other means to add up some. They need to, because if they don't, Charlie, nowadays there's no free money anywhere. Nobody is giving anybody free lunch, and it's very critical. And we need to do all these things to survive. The other part that is also sad for all of us, like in some other jurisdiction, when these people are coming, Shatta House is actually laughing and showing everybody the door and say, Charlie, these people they come with bills. So 3 music, you to come collect some. So you'll be Telecel Ghana Music Award, 3 music, Telecel 3 music award, Ghana whatever movie awards. This is no more sponsor left and right center. But in our situation, even the one that we have, we are scared. And brother, I mean, it is becoming difficult to finance our business part of the showbiz. And I would like to plead with every industry person. You do show in December, like February. If you want your show to be a show, first of all, you have 100% seater space. I'm telling you, 30% of your thing goes to the industry people. Additional 20% go to the media people. So 50 of your this thing is gone. You'll be able to sell about 30%. The remaining 20% you now share to all the people you are working with and so forth, and so Minini and so forth and so forth. Those you are working with in there and out there. So before you realize, you're actually selling capacity of 30%. The remaining people are free. How do you expect everybody or anyone to survive on this, or any industry to survive on this? In some jurisdictions, Charlie, people buy £50, £100, £150 ticket ahead of time. You are on event, Charlie, you are okay. You are selling content, you are selling properties. Plus, I mean, lately you do events with musicians, then you are scared. Because if you shoot the content, it's waste. Because they're going to take all the royalties, all the whatever, so you can't put it out. Okay. But people will do shows in Nigeria, in America, and they come and put it on Netflix. So you ask yourself, Charlie, you cry, are you in the right space? Are you in the right country? Are you doing the right thing? Because kwata come beside the account.
Okay. Derek, Money, speak finally on this.
Well, I mean, I think it's quite unfortunate, and I don't know the communication that went on between the organizers and then Vodafone Ghana Music, or the organizers and then Vodafone, especially when it comes to the transition from Vodafone to Telecel. Because I was watching UTV when Minister for Communication and Digitalization, Oslosu, broke the news that a new company is taking over. Even that time, she wasn't very specific. She didn't want to mention. I was watching it live. She didn't want to mention until the host pushed her and says Telecel. Fine. I've personally spoken with Robert Clark. I wanted him to appear on my shows. We deliberate on issues concerning how the transition is going to be. But he told me personally that things are still, they are working on certain things to get a concrete information. So whenever he steps out into the media, he can get the information to feed the media. So when I read the story, I realized the story is not concrete. I said, what it's yeah, because information according to him. So he promised me next week.
So it looks like Telecel has not signed. Oh, okay. No, they might have signed.
They might signed, but
they have not announced.
I think he just wanted to gather so much information.
Because you know the Vodafone social media pages that withdrew the first Vodafone, they've come back again.
Yeah,
they brought the Vodafone logos again.
Yes, but the Telecel, that post that they made is still on their social media pages. As in Telecel taking over, it's still there
for Telecel.
For Telecel, it's still there.
But if you remember, there was a time Vodafone
changed their profile pictures and all that. But that's what I'm saying. Even when they brought back the Vodafone, they are still that particular post that they made that Telecel is taking over Vodafone is still on their pages. I think it is because of brand. If they want to just conscientize the general public, small.
You need to take it.
I have credible information that when you go to the offices there, everything Vodafone is off.
Yeah, so I think that's where Robert Clark was coming from, because I think negotiation is behind the scene, whether Telecel is still going to take over, or better still, they are going to have a new sponsor. But the whole problem is, if Telecel is taking over, I think it's a new management. Everything will change. They are going to look into the sponsorship packages. If it suits them, if it will benefit them, that's where they are going to have interest. If not, they can decide whether to go in or move out. It's not compulsory.
Yeah.
My worry, or where I see certain things being scary, is about how Vodafone Ghana Music Awards have branded themselves over the years. Where when you look into their portfolio, how convincing they will be able to convince Telecel, or if not Telecel, any sponsor who is coming on board. That is a factor which you don't have to take it for granted.
Okay.
Because everybody who wants to go into business or is doing business wants to make profits. Without that, there is no supposed to be any business. So to me, Vodafone Ghana Music Awards or Ghana Music Awards need to be strategized. Even if things are not going their way, or better still, if they are not positioning things well, this is the right time for them to position things very well. Their sponsorship packages to be very suitable to any company who wants to come on board. Because I was trying to check on Telecel. I think they are one of the telecommunication companies in Africa who are doing very well, extremely well. Because when you look at their subscribers and then their employees, I think they are doing extremely well, equally like Vodafone. Yes, so they have the capacity or the financial muscles to sponsor the Vodafone Ghana Music Awards. And I think with how things are moving now, the possibility of Telecel sponsoring or continue sponsoring the Ghana Music Awards, I think when I want to give it a percentage, I'll say it's 50-50. Yes, it's 50-50. Because when you are working with a new management, everything changes automatically. Everything changes. As you are saying right now, all the posters, pictures of Vodafone are being taken off. Yes, that tells you the mentality of the whole Vodafone is taken out.
Yeah.
So the person was able to influence Vodafone to sponsor the Ghana Music Awards is no more there.
Oh, he might be there.
He might be there.
Yeah, most of the Vodafone workers are still going to work under Telecel though.
Probably
I hear some of them have been reapplying. I know some of them are reapplying.
Yeah, you'll be reapplying. And the possibility of you getting the job again is also another 50-50 factor here. Because they might come with their staff, which we can't take anything out of it.
Okay.
So to me, I think we all need to rally behind the Ghana Music Awards as they brought out their flyers or artworks that Ghana Music Awards, meaning they don't have a concrete or a solid sponsor for now. We all need to rally behind them because we know the issue of sponsorship within our industry. It's easy. Obe brands and when you're in to hold down for so many years, it's not an easy job. If it has to be Telecel, then the other company or a different company who is coming in also needs to play a major role to make sure the credibility of the Vodafone Ghana Music Awards that we know is going to maintain that same credibility. Because if the credibility diminishes, it's really going to affect the scheme. That's one thing they need to take a critical look at. Yeah, because once you are coming on board, your brand needs to be unique in one way or the other. And again, you need to position yourself, package yourself very well to suit the scheme. Because if you are not able to suit the scheme, there will be lapses. Which the lapses will automatically affect the awards. And the moment it affects the awards, it's going to go. Vodafone Ghana Music Awards is our prime award scheme in Ghana. You can't take that one out. So to me, I think the organizers needs to be very specific which company they are going for. They need to know their sponsorship packages, whether they need to cut some of the budget, or better still, position the budget very well so anybody who comes on board will get the easy accessibility to sponsor them. Because if anyone comes on board and they look at your budget and they are not able to afford, they will move out or they will not accept it. For instance, Telecel, we don't know their money, we don't know their budget, we don't know what they are bringing on board. So if your budget is huge that they can't afford, then it's going to be a problem. So I think it's a doom thing for the organizers, but they're supposed to work extra harder so that they will get the results we are looking for. If not,
wahala.
A quick one. So let me just give everybody some acquisition of this nature. Sometimes it's time bound, and the moment a particular company is signed to it, is bound by it. If you are buying, you buy that problem. The only way I see problem is that maybe, as they are saying, it's coming to an end soon. Maybe the soon is a year or 2 years time. So the real negotiation or discussion on ground now is how, when this one finish, how they can continue. You know, they say buy first. If you come to me, if I'm doing business already with you, you have the tendency of of continuing or buying from me first. So I tell you first before I can go and sell to anyone. And maybe that will be all the entire conversation. So we should all be hopeful. Telecel may continue, but they continue as in when this one finish in a year or 2 time, will they still continue? That should also be the issue for all of us.
Well, let's close the show with this. We've seen that Shatta album release, that is Connect, tomorrow, is being heralded with the fans of Shatta movement who will be doing streaming and listening parties at various locations in Ghana, or should I say even in the world, because UK, I've seen UK have shown where they would also be doing their streaming and listening party at one of my favorite African restaurants in Barking, all the way in London, Julie Nest restaurant. Shouts to owners of Julie Nest restaurant. When I go to London, they really feed me well with fufu and local foods. So I have to give them shout outs. Meanwhile, I am asking my people that such a thing being done by fans, how beautiful is it? How do we see it? What are the reactions to it as industry people? Because what it means is that tomorrow all the various pubs, okay, so this is in Zebula in the northern region, where Zebula will be chilling at the Don's pub. I hear it's opposite the butcher something. This is okay, the Zebula is opposite the butcher house in Zebula, and that is where they will be doing. So fans of Shatta will be gathering, playing songs of Shatta Wale, the new songs. This is Sunyani, and Sunyani will be chilling at the cabin. I've been at the cabin before. The place they be rough. It be hot area like that. So this is Sunyani in the cabin. This is 1600. In fact, this is where I'll be tomorrow Friday. This is where I'll be. Drinks on the house. Come and let's chill tomorrow. We'll be listening to all the songs from the album, banging them back to back, introducing it to different audience and all. And again, where again do we have? Okay, Zebula again. So yes, more throughout Ghana, as a matter of fact, throughout Ghana, almost every region, at least I can tell you, every region, something is happening there.
There's Labadi.
Baby. We can't mention all of them. I want to ask, what does this mean to the album, to the fans, and to the artist, as well as its management? Let's cut from here and close. Abbas,
this is
2 minutes.
This is solid. This is very, very nice, and also the traffic that this is going to be bringing online. I think Telecel should be looking at sponsoring things like this, because definitely they will get data consumed across Ghana, and also they will get brand mentioning across the globe, and they will be attaching themselves to a solid soldier.
Wow.
I'm also of the notion that this one or first of its kind.
Yeah.
And I'm encouraging the rest to also learn from this, at least. What I will plead with management is that if it's not too late, distribute your people across the regions. So even if you can't go to all the places like Greater Accra, you have chosen to be in Waja. Roland should be in Kumasi at a particular place. Another person from the country to be.
They have reps who will be bringing out reports.
Those are regional reps, but the fan base also feel some happiness. Then the second one is that maybe the king himself can be, since they'll be doing live streaming, they'll be doing whatever. The king himself is an online king.
Yeah.
He can be online and be tapping into the various location once in a while, speak to them, let them have some fun, and this is also bringing direct business to joint owners. In Weja, people will be selling. In Bawi, people will be selling. In Zablugo, people will be selling. In Tatale, people will be selling. In Yendi, people will be selling. In UK, people will be selling. America, people will be selling. So I think it's a solid sales, marketing, and solid brand activation, and it shows the way. And kudos to all of you. It means that you are thinking and thinking better.
All right, about direct money.
Well, Sammy, I think strategically, this is the best strategic way to an album listening. Worldwide. Not only in Africa, worldwide. Because it's like he's bringing the album listening to your doorstep.
Exactly.
Unlike you sitting somewhere to find ways and means to listen. This one is there.
Yeah.
Just go and listen. Period.
Now pick your favorite.
Then pick your favorite. So bring the music to your doorstep.
And that means tomorrow night every DJ is playing all
the songs of Shatta Wale. That is where you are going to have an ear to listen to all the tracks on the Connect album. I think we need to applaud the management of Shatta Wale, which you are taking the lead. I think this is a huge project that you've brought on board. And I think it's going to be one of Shatta Wale's biggest portfolios when he's trying to say what the management, or better still, previous management have done for him. This is one of the best initiatives he will boast of. And then I think he needs to be proud of the current management, because it's not easy. It's not easy to put something together. Vim
more hype.
And more, and when you look at, it's like a whole worldwide. A whole worldwide thing. So I think
the idea started with a phone and Roland.
So I think we need to applaud the management for such initiative. It's not easy, and I think this is one of the best strategy for an album listening. And we all will be there to support it, our muscles, our ears, our strength, our energy, and our elegy. So everybody's supposed to be there. So we do.
Second time hearing the energy and the elegy. All right, let's wrap up.
Yeah, boy, that's this is beautiful. In fact, you see, it comes at a time where we would want to tell the world that the industry is lucrative, and when we say it is lucrative, one person can connect to so many people and bring business. This is what we mean. This is a new template that is being built in the industry. One of its kind. Yes, we know now people release songs, projects, and they do album listening. The album listening that they do, we think is so much disconnected from the fans that they would want to do them to connect with them. It is with industry people, close quarters, and that's all. This is one that is being extended to the fans. They are not left out, and it is not about, okay, we are doing it here. So if you don't pick a bus from wherever you are, or a flight from wherever you are to this place, then you are not part. Some people do album listenings and they will be going from one place to the other. This is wherever you are. Just like people would want to celebrate Christmas, and wherever they are, they will celebrate Jesus or the birth of Jesus. This we are connecting, and connecting. We have internet to connect. How do we connect physically to the songs? And electronically, you can stream the songs wherever you are. Go on all the digital streaming platforms, soak it and soak it hard at your nearest pub. This one, we are chilling with you. So the activities, whatever activities that you'll be doing there, whatever photos, whatever memories, we want every SM fan to hit and say, okay, a year after, when Facebook gives you that reminder, then you would say, when Shatta released his album, the Connect album, on the 2nd of February, I was part of the people that celebrated it. I was among the first people who streamed that particular album, and that is bragging right. That is what we call pride. So yes, they should also brace themselves. 2024 is bringing lots of ideas, and I must tell them that lots of blueprints and templates is going to be introduced. In fact, after this one, they should just wait for it.
The next one,
manager is there. An idea in the phone.
And the phone.
And internet. This one,
yes. We are question. Our time is up. You say you want to say
I'm saying we are doing Idea One Elevate and Sammy Flex production.
Okay.
We're doing something for the artist.
Okay.
And it's been going well. The few weeks since Monday till today, I've been receiving calls from the north.
Oh, good.
And it sounds good. I just, after a few questions from one or two people, I just feel like I need to say this.
Okay, say
One,
it to them.
we are not limited with in terms of where you are located.
Okay,
on the
location
space.
shoot.
Please,
Okay.
let's get engaged. Wherever you are,
Connect.
connect with us. Let's do production for you. And also, if you feel like you have not already done any production, like you've not recorded anything and so forth, please still connect with us. Again, if you think you are abroad and you have somebody here, you know that is a talent, you want to invest in them, you are not sure of investing in them directly, you can still connect with us. We have the capability to ensure that your investment goes right, or your gift to them goes right, and manage the talent very well, so that it's ensured. Don't be scared. Don't feel like, okay, since I don't have music, why do I need to shoot a video, or why do I even need a promotion? Every artist have their own stage, and if you know
levels,
like somebody asked, I have some young men in my community, they are making noise always when I come home. How can I help them? I don't know whether they have songs. Should I let them send them? Before they send them, there are things that we need to do. So you can still contact us. Don't be scared. Don't stay behind. Connect with us, and we'll surely give you a good thing.
Connect.
The number again is 0553 04 9693 plus 233 for those who are outside Ghana. 0553 04 9693. Don't be scared. Talk to us and let's get the job done.
Plus 233 for those who are outside of Ghana.
So for
that's my favorite point. Orianga say 020 Nick Shatta. Well, so just so you know, the Connect album comes out tonight at exactly 12 midnight, based on even timing. Some people might even get it earlier or later. So get ready to stream it, and the moment you wake up, then we all start preparing for the various joints around Ghana, where we'll be dancing, drinking, eating, and if you are lucky, you get one home. And that is how life is. If you are lucky, or if you are hard, you can strike and put your head like, you have to strike hard to get it. Exactly. Thanks to Willa Amate, thanks to Derek Money, thanks to Abbas Muiz, to the producers, Digital Rasta Currency, thanks to you as well, to Richie Flex, and to you for spending your quality time to watch us. Why don't you put a comment or two based on the topics we've treated? We would really appreciate to read from you as well. And again, subscribe to us so we can do more. My name is Sammy Flex. I'll see you when I see you. We're out of here. Bye-bye.